Can you hear me okay? Well, that's weird. Hold on. No, it says the iPad doesn't have signal. Try this again. That's weird. Anybody on here? Anybody on here? I don't know what that sound is. I don't know what that sound is. I don't know what that sound is. Okay, well, I'm early, so. I think the heater is affecting the sound because I actually have my iPhone plugged in because it was almost dead. So I turned off the heat. It's not that cold out here, but I'm sorry about that. Whatever that was, I've never heard that before. But normally my iPhone and the tripod are over there, but I've got it plugged in. I think it's at 70%. I probably, if I get cold, I'll move it over there. And then I'll unplug it from the deal. So I am early. So I'm just going to go on and type something. So I made a mad dash to the Grand Junction, the DMV, because we got John's Forerunner like the 8th of December or whatever it was. Anyways, he was at the tail end of his temporary tag, and he wanted personalized plates, which he told me about like a week ago. So we tried to do the plates online over the weekend, 3 or 4 days ago. This is Wednesday, and something was down. So then Monday I went down there and their computer system was down at the shop, and they told me to come back. So I went there this morning first thing and got it done, got his temp tags ordered. You have to give him 2 choices. So, and then they said it'd be 3 to 5 weeks. So they gave another temp tag. So anyways, so I made a mad dash. Let me see if this helps. Yeah, I got my little handy dandy little ring light. I charged it up after last time. So anyways, as you come on here, just say hi. I went down to Grand Junction. I got into some sprinkling, nothing, maybe a light rain, right before I got to the DMV, and they opened at 8:30, and I got there like at 8:27. So anyways, by the time I got there, they were opening. By the time I parked and everything, but when I came out, it was foggy, it wasn't really raining. It was more, there was like moisture in the fog. And then that blew through, and I left DMV. I ran into Walmart. There's our big Walmart right there, right near the DMV, on my way to Sam's. And so by doing that, I didn't have to go to the market too for a couple things. And then I got some dog treats and a couple supplements at Sam's. And then my friend wanted me to pick up a couple things for her because she didn't come down today. So did that, did all that, turned on Instacart, got an order for up here, for not in this town, but the next town down, for a lady that I've delivered to before. So, and it pays good. So I took that and delivered it. And as I got on actually, as I was leaving Safeway with that order, I turned on YouTube, because I always watch YouTube videos, or listen to them at least, on my way home. And that way I can catch up a little bit, because I'm always behind. And so as I got on, I saw there was a live from a friend of mine's second channel. So I jumped on that as I got on I-70. And then I did stop and get gas after a few minutes and wrote a few more things. But I was just listening in. And then that live ended. And then I pulled over where that construction, I don't know if you've seen that video yet. There was construction from a rock slide on I-70 yesterday. And right there, the traffic was slowed because they were picking up cones. So they must have got the rock slide cleared. So I stopped right there. So then I realized that live wasn't going. His other one was. So I real quickly said hello on that. And I went partway up the canyon and I lost the connection about 10 minutes later. But I was listening in on that one. So anyways, again, welcome if you're on here. We are expecting, they said by noon. It's now 2 o'clock. And it hasn't hit up here yet. But the wind's starting, and it was starting to get real windy down in Grand Junction too. I could see it rolling in. So it's just a little bit later than they said it was coming in. But anyways, I just wanted to do Wednesday lives at 2. So I am hoping a few of you get on here. I'll just yak. What's new with me? I'll go and start there. So last weekend was Super Bowl Sunday, but so Saturday I did a open house and had some people that seemed pretty interested. But Friday we had a showing that ended up being like a 2.5-hour showing. The guy walked all over the property with his realtor and John. And then after it got dark, we showed him the house, and he walked through that a couple times. So seems pretty interested, so fingers crossed. And so that's going on. I'll probably do an open house Sunday, because so this is Wednesday. Friday I have a meeting with my sisters on the fly group down in Delta to go to an Italian restaurant and have our monthly meeting and talk about our plans for each month. So we're doing that. And then barring I don't get snowed out, I don't think it's, I think the storm's going to be too warm for good snow. I think it's going to be a lot of rain, which is okay. We'll take rain over nothing. Saturday is Valentine's Day, and we have our annual, in fact, I got my shirt on today, Colorado Traditional Archery. We shoot stick bows too, and we have where my truck got hit by a tree, I was at the yearly shoot up in the mountains past Newcastle, north of I-70 in June. But then in the winter we have the banquet, and so and it's for the whole state, so a lot of people come over from Denver, and I'm just, hey, who's ever on here, say hi. I'm just describing what my weekend is coming up, because no one was on here yet. But introduce yourself, please. Anyway, so our banquet is Saturday at the Wine Country Inn, which is pretty posh, in Palisade. I pass it all the time on I-70. I'll have to pull in there sometime, because it's I've had friends get married there. That's pretty wild, pretty nice place. And anyways, great wineries around there, of course. So anyway, say hi, please, who's ever on here. I see two of you. And so we're going there on Saturday. And Friday is the happy hour for the weekend. John has to at least go down and set up a taxidermy display of some animals that he's taxidermied for some of our friends that got him with a traditional, old school, think Indian stick bow, and wooden arrows. So, so he'll probably do that. I'll probably go down. I'll probably just drive down separately. We don't like to leave Brooke alone too long. So, and then Saturday we'll be down there. Probably go down about 4. Happy hour again is at 5 o'clock, and then our banquet, the meal, and we have a speaker. We have a silent auction and all that. So, anyways, that's my weekend, and then probably Sunday I will do an open house. So, I've got some momentum with people looking. And it's on Zillow, and I had some people reach out to me that want to come see it this weekend. So, anyways, but again, welcome. So, hopefully I get some more. I don't know if this is a bad time. I used to follow a lady that's actually in Quartzsite right now, and she used to do a Wednesday 2 o'clock live. And sometimes she'd have 71 people on, and the next week she'd have 1 or 2. But she's in Quartzsite right now with not good cell service. So she's not doing lives until she leaves for the winter and get back to her regular programming. So I did want to come down to Lil Ruby. We have Starlink now. And so this is my first live since we got Starlink that's down in Ruby. But I was working in the barn the other day. I came home pretty early on Monday. And I came down to the barn so I could load up for a Goodwill run and to go through some more boxes for Goodwill and for thrift and vintage stuff I'm going to sell. And it's all the stuff from my mom's estate. And my phone was on Starlink with full signal. So I knew this would probably work because literally was in the room that's like 5 feet from the side of Lil Ruby. So I'm so glad we have Starlink now. Our antenna, we did mount it on the roof, but it'll unbolt. And then they offered us the mini, so I'm going to take that, and that'll be in Ruby. That'll be for when we travel and whatever RV we're using, but it's primarily for me to use, and it'll just stay in Ruby, and then I'll have it. Hello there, welcome. Introduce yourself. Say hi. I'm down in Lil Ruby, and my last one I tried to do a couple months ago down here was all glitchy, but now with Starlink, I believe it's going to work. So my phone is 100% on Starlink on this, and then I've got the iPad logged in too, and it's on Starlink, so hopefully I can read comments on this. So that's why I keep looking down. I see them scroll up there, but they're just hard to read. I'm about 4 or 5 feet, about 4 feet from my iPhone. So it is supposed to storm here within the hour. I checked the weather as I was walking down here about 20 minutes ago. 41 degrees, way too warm to snow right now. And I do want to say it's starting to sprinkle right now because the rain is hitting. The storm is moving from the southwest, so it's coming across the top of the Grand Mesa this way. And the back window has raindrops. And the front window has a few, but it's coming in. It's hitting the back window. So that's good. It's here. Temperature's dropping all of a sudden. I actually do not have the little fireplace on. I might have to turn it on. I've got my phone plugged in right now and charging because it was almost dead, and it's quick charger. It's already up to 76%. So maybe when it gets to like 85, I'll unplug it and I can then move it back to where I normally, or just keep it there. Um, but I, whoops, close the light there. I need to turn the heat on probably a little bit. I did make some hot chocolate mint with honey tea. It's a black tea. I don't drink a lot of black teas. I'm very much a green tea or white tea or fruit teas. I occasionally drink black tea, but it's chocolate mint, so how could you refuse? I got it at Walmart today. It's hot. Very good though. You can taste the chocolate. I had a different chocolate mint around the holidays that I got from one of the little stores I go to downtown Grand Junction. It was only for the holidays, and it was chocolate peppermint. So a little different. This is just chocolate mint, but it's good. So, anyways, again, welcome. And yeah, you can hear the wind picking up. So yeah, so we're gonna get a storm. Supposedly, so today's Wednesday. Once this starts, it's supposed to go overnight, all through tomorrow. I think all through Friday or most of Friday, which is, I hope kind of not. I hope it kind of breaks. And then start back up on Saturday with through the next week, like 5 days in a row. The reason I hope it breaks on Friday is I have a luncheon to go to over the top of the Grand Mesa. I can go around. It adds about an hour to my travels. I got to go to a luncheon down in Delta. So, and I'm taking a friend from here. She's going with me as my guest. But it's for Sisters on the Fly. So, hey, Richie. Hi. How are you, my #1 fan? Thank you for being here. I love you. Thank you. I imagine I've been very busy, Richie, and have not caught any of your stuff probably since over the weekend. I haven't caught anybody's stuff, so thank you for being here. And I'm reading comments on the iPad with the light on it. So I wanted to do the live on here, but since my phone was almost dead and the cord's right there, I just plugged it in. So, aw, it's okay, teddy bear. Yeah, I got my little, I don't wear costumes and stuff. This was my Christmas Bluey, but I was in Walmart today and they had the Halloween, the Valentine's one. He's holding a big heart. He's a little bit bigger. I may have to get him. I love Blueys because you know I have blue healers. I have 2. So I'm so glad. My nieces were into Bluey and then it sort of went away. And now it's coming back with my grandkids and they love Bluey. So anyways, that's Lil Ruby's Bluey. Anyways, so what have you been up to, Richie? Chat with me. Tell me what I imagine you've got some more costumes coming, probably. I'll try to catch up. My best time to catch up is late at night after I'm done. I go take a hot bath and then I just relax and I watch YouTube videos. And then early in the morning, but I get up like 2.5, 3 hours earlier than my husband. So I have to put it on closed caption. And I miss a lot. And like your videos, you know, there are music and stuff. So, into February. Cool. Awesome. So, yeah. So that's cool. You have some really nice costumes. I'm sure they're not cheap. I don't even know what stuff like that would cost. I know they're onesies, but I mean, they're very elaborate onesies. So to me, they're very costly, right? I know you're over there, so different, we're the dollar. What are you? The pound. I forget. But anyways. So how's your mom? You told me before that you stay home and take care of mom. I think that's so cool. Yeah, really. It's not off the charts that I get over that way, and I'll tell you why. You're okay. Okay, good. My best friend here, She grew up in Australia, but she was really born in, I mentioned the town the other day, I think, to you. Anyways, um, but she was born in, like, right outside of Great Britain. So, anyways, so she was born in Europe, raised in Australia from the time she was like 3 months old. And so she's very Aussie. Moved here as a adult, got married, and then stayed. I mean, of course, she's come back, but she wants to go visit her cousin. Not this summer because I'm going to do Route 66. Come hell or high water, I'm going to do that. And I can't chunk out another big chunk of time because that's going to basically take me over a month because the trip will be 3 weeks and I got to get to Chicago. And then when I end up in California, I got to get home. So I'm giving myself like 5 weeks. But she wants to go over there, visit with her cousins. Now she's got a cousin in London, a cousin in Berkshire. Those are first cousins, and then she's got a great aunt and a second cousin still somewhere around Great Britain. But anyways, so she wants me to come with her, so maybe we could meet. So I'll have to keep you posted. It won't be this year though, but I guess it could be over the winter because she said we could go when it's winter here. It wouldn't be too bad there. You know, I've never been to Europe, so I've been to Canada and Mexico. Yeah, I've been to New Mexico. Been all over the United States and into Alaska numerous times. All over Canada to every province. But I have not been, other than Canada and Mexico. Well, and technically I've been into South America too. But I haven't been to Europe. So, anyways. So, I thought I'd have more on. My friend from Australia was going to try to be on here. I did start a little early. I just wanted to make sure it was going to let me go horizontal. Because if I schedule a live and then go and start it, it puts it vertical now. And I believe it's because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. They're like making it go a certain way. If I don't schedule it, I can go horizontal. So I can sit down here in my little vintage trailer and chat with people. So it's starting to rain now. It's 40... hold on. Well, it's 39 degrees. It's dropped 2 degrees since I've been down here talking. So, supposed to get down to like the high 20s tonight and turn to snow. So we should have white on the ground again. So we need whatever we can get. If it's rain, that's fine too. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll keep you posted on that. I mean, it's a year away, I'm sure, unless we go next winter. Still a year away, actually. So, but, I don't know. She did say something about going over the holidays. So that would be fun to do her visiting. So, yeah. Yeah, so, any other news, Richie? Anything you're up to? Were you on John's live earlier? I got on it, but I was driving home so I could get home before the storm hit so I could do my live from here instead of from Grand Junction. So I saw John. John had 2 lives today. His other channel, Real Thoughts Project, had one. And I went on that one knowing that's what it was. And then he switched it over to his DoorDash. So. Oh, you don't? Oh, sorry about that. But you watch mine. Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you. I have a hard time. I can't go on his because his goes all day. The other channel didn't. It was a short one. But that DoorDash one, I can go in and out, but I can't just sit on one. When I'm down there, I need my phone. I can't just be on a live the whole time, So I'll check in and out a little bit. I try to support people that support me. And he actually has supported my channel for over a year, I think. So, yeah, he was not one of my first subscribers, but one of the ones when the channel started growing, probably about a year ago or so. But anyways, and then from John, I got Kendra, I think that's how you came over. The Zays, I don't, what are their first names? Husband and wife. He's Zay21. Angela, I've got quite a few from John's channels. So, but anyways, well, I guess that's why um, I haven't seen you over there. But I haven't been. I just happened to get on today because I was driving and I turned on YouTube so I could listen to something, and I saw that he was doing a live, so I just turned on the live. I can't look at it, but I could listen in. So, and as I was leaving the gas station, I wrote something real quick, and then I just drove home. But, yeah. And I find too, my take, like I followed people at the beginning, and sometimes I don't follow their channels anymore. But if somebody subscribes to me and they do content too, I do follow them. I will always follow them. So, just because if they're doing me a favor by being on my channel and checking out my videos and stuff. But I'm anxious to do a trip. So I've got camping trips coming up. Oh, thank you, Richie. I appreciate that. I'm hugging you too. A big, beautiful unicorn hug, or whatever costume you have on, or if you don't have a costume. But I like your e-bike stuff too. See, I ride an e-bike. I haven't been riding it this winter, and I should have because the winter's so dry. But normally the roads are too icy to get on my e-bike. So I'll tell you what, if it doesn't snow decent this weekend, I think I'm going to get my e-bike out of the barn. I keep the battery in the wintertime up in the house because you don't want it to freeze. And I could charge it up real quick. And oh, yours is mine's a mountain bike too, but I had it electrified. I have a real nice specialized mountain bike, and I sent it to a guy in Washington State that turned it into an e-bike too. But it still only weighs, even with the motor, it's only 27 pounds. It was like 21 pounds or 22 pounds. A super light carbon frame mountain bike, but cool. Yeah, I love mountain bike riding, but I love your bike videos, So when I first started following you, I was just checking out those. I wasn't really watching the music stuff, and then it's like, oh, there's all this other stuff, It's so cool how channels grow. I'm an RV channel, but I haven't been doing a lot of camping, so I do some cooking. I've got the bike and the kayak stuff, but I haven't really done much on those. I do a lot of dog, stuff with Rye, playing ball with her at the park. And I've been doing these showing towns now and driving. So it's a talking head, me talking in the corner of the screen, and then the camera facing the road and driving through towns. And I like those. I actually really like those. I like lives the best. I think they help a channel the best, but I like those driving videos. So that's kind of going to become my format. I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot of sitting at home making videos unless I'm sick or injured or bad weather. I think I'll just drive around. I do need to make a couple that way because I can't read a script while I'm driving, and I have 2 videos I'm working on that's a lot of stuff, and I just can't remember it all. So I probably need to read. Aw, how sweet. Awesome. Yeah, for some reason they're hiding. I think I can say okay. Show it. It's asking me if I want to show your last comment. And I think it's because, you wrote cuddle you all day. I don't know. But I'm okay in it to be okay. It's appropriate. So, okay. All right. It should show now. It was grayed out, but I could see it. And then this message popped up. You don't, do you ever do lives? You do lives. That's right. And I missed it. Then all comments will go away. Oh, is that how that works? Okay. Well, I can make you a mod. I've done that before. Okay. Okay. You should be a moderator now, and you're the only one on here, so that's good. Yeah, that's good because then I see what you're saying. So when I'm driving, you could be the comments, right? Is that what you mean? That works. Okay, as long I'm going to keep doing them. Is this a good time for you? Yeah, I will do that. Let's try that. So next Wednesday, I'll plan something as a drive, and let's try that. Um, 2 o'clock works best for me. What time is it there? I'd have to get out of the chat. What time is it in where you're at right now? I could do an hour earlier, but I'd have a hard time doing an hour later. Okay, 9:26 p.m. Is that good, or would it be better for you if I moved them to 1 o'clock my time, which would be well, okay, it's 2:26 here right now in the afternoon p.m. And you're just basically a little bit later than me, but it would be like right now would be 8:26 if I was doing one at 1. Okay. Because I wouldn't mind. I just feel like the later I make it, there is a gal, a couple I have from Australia, and see, they're just waking up there. And if I do a 3 o'clock one, they usually pop on. But if I did a 1 o'clock, it'd probably be like 3 a.m. in the morning. I probably wouldn't see them much. So, and it's not for that anyways. But yeah, you're my moderator, dude. So, yeah, that's awesome. I've just never worried about having a moderator because I always try to answer the comments. But I'm going to try that. So next Wednesday, and I'll chat with you even on a message on one of our videos if I need to prior to that and just make sure that's good. I may go to 1 o'clock and just try one earlier and see. Hello there. I see more people on here. Introduce yourselves. Well, I did turn it on. Let's try it again. Hold on. I did turn you on as a moderator. And I made you not the standard one, but the one that has all the... I did it again, so let's see. Are you blue? Oh, you're blue now. Okay. That worked. Okay. The first time, I noticed when I was doing it the first time, I went offline for a second on the iPad, and I'm doing it on the iPad, so it probably didn't go through. Okay. On now, yes you are. You're my moderator. Awesome. I'm baby blue. Kiss me. You're baby blue. This is my Bluey. He's a baby blue. Oh gosh, in Sam's, they had them bigger than me. I wouldn't have room in Ruby for a big blue, but if you could ever get a onesie as a Bluey, that's one of my favorite cartoons. So, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So there you go. Hi, moderator. Yeah, that's cool. So now, yeah, I wouldn't have to be answering the comment. So I'd always wondered how they did that. Like, I follow some storm chasers here in the United States, and like they're back in Kansas, and they'll be chasing tornadoes when it's tornado season. It isn't right now, but they're chasing storms when we get them. And they're like, people are commenting, and they must be somehow, the moderator must somehow be telling that person about what is being said, I guess. I don't know if there's a way to digitally hear it, but this is a great start. And again, I'm not able to do live streams like people can when they have 1,000 subscribers. You literally go through, it's a whole different thing. I'm having to do it at the bottom of YouTube where that little square is. And okay, yeah, that's true too. Yeah. But I'd like to try a driving one. So possibly we'll just tentatively tell you next Wednesday I'll do one. I might try to do it. When do you game? When are you on your games more? Is it earlier or later or both or? Because I would like to try a driving one where you're answering the comments for me. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So I might try. I'm going to tentatively say that next Wednesday I'm going to try one at 1 o'clock my time, which would be 8 p.m. your time, and just see. And I need new people anyways. I mean, I can't just cater to like the ones in Australia and stuff. They'll come on. The one gal doesn't sleep a lot. She's got like night terrors from I guess, an abusive husband. And so she wakes up a lot and she'll get on there. The other one is working and posting to her own content. I've never seen her except on later, like when I do later ones at home even. So, yeah. So, anyways, we'll try it. And I think I'll set it for 1 o'clock. And if that's better and I have more people, I think I'll leave it at 1 o'clock. And then I'm not doing the weekends ones right now because I want to do open houses to sell our house. And I don't want to, like I did one a couple Sundays ago and then I had to end it real quick and start cleaning the house because we ended up having an early showing. And so anyways, but yeah, this is fun. We don't have to stay on too long today. I wanted to get on here and this will become a video. So, and just, yeah, just chat with people. I love doing the lives. I prefer the lives over regular videos. Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, thank you. And then I'll have your email. So, perfect. Yeah, I have my email address on the channel. I forget about that. I think you'll be the first. Oh, no, somebody else did email me a few months ago. But yeah, let's do that. And then I'll stay with you on, maybe I'll connect with you Wednesday morning or whatever, earlier in the day for you. And then just make sure it's still on for 1. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So, okay. All right, cool. Well, Richie, do you have anything you want to say? Hey, Jimmy. Oh, no worries. I was just getting ready to hang up because Richie and I have been chatting. And we're going to try something next week. I'm going to drive somewhere and be driving. And Richie's my moderator. And he's going to... okay. And then he can comment, because when I'm driving, I won't be able to read my comments, but Richie can, and he can comment for me. So we're going to try that. But thanks for joining the live, Richie. I've had a few people on here that didn't say hi. But then Richie got on and we've just been chatting back and forth. So, yes, thank you. Richie, Jimmy is also from Colorado. He's on the other side of the state. So, Richie, I met Richie on another channel that I follow. And anyways, we've been chatting and I was telling him how I would love to do a driving video, a driving live stream. But you can't read the comments because you're driving. You're not supposed to be, being distracted. So we're gonna try it next week. I don't know, I might go over the Colorado National Monument. That's one I've been wanting to do. So anyways, and Jimmy, Richie is in Europe. He's in the UK, or the UK, yeah. So I guess Europe. He's on another continent. So anyways, but yeah, Jimmy, what are you up to? Oh, you'll love Jimmy. He rants of all kinds of stuff. He just rants in a good way. But I love it. He just comes up with a topic. I'm way behind, Jimmy. I am way behind. I'm having a hard time doing content and still following everybody that I like to follow. There's just not enough time in the day. And so you know, I thought giving up doing daily videos, but I'm still doing 3 or 4 a week because I keep recording. Every time I get in the vehicle, I turn on the camera. And a lot of times I delete them. You guys never see them, but you're pretending you're a janitor. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, I did catch one you did, I guess this morning. Yeah, because I commented on it. But there's like 3 or 4 days I have to catch up. So um, same with Karen. Uh, Richie. So Richie is the one that does the music. He did a music uh, video thing for Little Ruby Vintage. It's saved on my posts. Um, he has a program, an app. I think it's called Simeo. And anyways, he did that. So yeah, you know how life does that. So, but it's just, you know, trying to sell the house. I get home, I have to cook dinner, I have to do laundry, I have to clean, keep the house pristine for showings. And it's getting old. It's getting old. I look at this 60 square feet down here in this little vintage, and I would love to just say, I live in this, and this is all I have to clean. So, but I mean, she is a little small for living in, but I lived in a 18-foot Class C building a house in California, and then a Tioga motorhome. And then I lived in a the fifth wheel that didn't have slides was like, I think it was 18 feet. It wasn't very, it was a fifth wheel, but yeah. So, I mean, you can do it, but I could do it. I like small. I like small and cozy. So, oh, that's cool. Thanks for sharing, Richie. Yeah. And so he does a lot of music stuff. He rides his bike and he does some videos and stuff. So it's fun to see what other people like to do. So I enjoy it a lot. So it just seems like in the last, since February started, I have no free time. I'm literally do this. Okay, I got that done. Now I got to go do this. You know, I'm kind of wearing myself out, but oh yeah, he likes the onesies. So yeah, he's got some cute ones. So anyways, it's fun. However, whatever anybody does, I get entertained very easily. Um, the stuff that Jimmy's talking about cracks me up. You know, I mean, so, like they're serious topics, but his take on them, like I see the humor in it. He's got a really good humor side, and I'm that way too. I kind of, you know, things pop in my head, and you know, they come out funny. Um, but okay, all right. Thank you, Richie. Like I said, I will get over there. I will get to the UK someday. So, um, so, but anyway, so you're cleaning. I need to go up and clean. I had a comment off of Zillow this morning. I had one a few days ago, but these people want to come Sunday morning and see the house. Since it's not listed right through Zillow, it's like a hidden email, but it shows up in my inbox. And they live about halfway across Colorado. They didn't really say where, but they're off of I-70. And they said it because they said, well, we're off of I-70 and it'll take us about 2 hours and 20 minutes to get to your house, it says. So that's telling me they're, you know, Vail, maybe not Vail. We're an hour and a half from Glenwood Springs, so it would be past, it could be Gypsum. That'd probably be about right, because I do go to Gypsum for Costco once a month with my friend, and that's about what it takes us from here. So, anyways, so yeah. Well, cool. Well, thank you both. I had more on, but I think you're the only ones that commented. I saw more on here, but it says there's 3 right now. So I don't know who the third one is. But I had more, but that's okay. I had to rush home. It's raining. Well, I call it a heavy sprinkle. It was drizzling, but it quit right when I started my live. The temperatures dropped. It was 41 when I walked down here at 1:45. And as I started it, it was dropped down to 39. And oh yeah, because I'm on the iPad. When I'm not on the iPad, I don't see the other one. But yeah, it bothers me too, Jimmy. It does, it really does. But you know, I follow a lot of the ones that are starting to despise me. Truthfully, in that whole niche, um, and I find Ryan Becky's travels. Um, but I just find that what they started their RV life, especially, and I'm not throwing nomads under the bus, but it seems more prevalent as a nomad. They're all gung ho to go nomad, and then um, they're selling they're selling the lifestyle. That's just a nice way to put it. It's all about what they can make off of it. It's all about, money. So, and I know you and I have talked about that. So, um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't unfollow people unless I have a huge falling out with somebody, or I realize that it's because each their own, and we're all entitled to our opinions and our way of life, and I'm a very open-minded person, and so, but some of the people I've been following from the get-go, I think are just out now. They sold out, you know. I think you mentioned on something a while back, but how you buy them a coffee. I'll never do that. I'm never going to ask for somebody to send me money. Buy me a coffee. I'm not going to start Patreon. If I can't do it off of this and make decent money someday off of just posting videos and talking to people and being on the camera and giving my views and showing you what my trips are, I'm not ever going to ask for all that other stuff. I'm not going to have that join button. I'm not going to even, I don't, hopefully my videos aren't out there. I think you have to have a certain amount of people to hype. I don't hype. I mean, I'm already on their channels. I have bought, and back in the day, I bought a few sweatshirts and a few hats, some stickers. Now in Quartzsite, they'll hand you the stickers, so I quit buying them because, uh, if I'm down there, which I didn't get down there this year. I thought I might get down in February, but I'm devoting this whole month to selling this house, getting it under contract. So, but the same. You've been on YouTube a long time too, and I've been on a long. My channel that I took down was on since 2009, and then I remember when the banner ads were at the bottom, and now it's all this other ways of monetizing and stuff. I never got monetized. I had a huge channel with my friend. We had it together, but it was my channel. Um, and then this one is just me and will only be just me. So, but yeah, anyways. Well, guys, thank you for showing up. I think it's starting to get cold, and I actually see kind of some big rain clouds moving in. I think I'm going to get up to the house before it hits. It's going to be rain up until probably late, till it gets cold enough to get down to the low temperature is supposed to be in the, well, originally they said 29, now it's saying 26 here at my altitude. So, um, yeah, so we might get snow overnight, but it came in too warm at 41 degrees to be snow today. It's supposed to continue all night and all tomorrow. I don't know if are you guys getting it on the Front Range, Jimmy? Are you going to get any of this weather? Because we show tonight, or now, and then through the night tomorrow, and then there's supposed to be a break Friday. And then Saturdays is sunny, but then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I think through Thursday shows another and more snow here. But I live at high altitude, so I don't know if it's from that. So Thank you, Richie. Yes, I appreciate that. As my moderator, I appreciate that. Yeah, so next week I'll come up with somewhere to drive and we'll try it. And, you know, I'll probably, like, I could stop and catch up too on some of the comments. Like I know people do, even the storm chasers that I follow. You know, they'll pull over in a gas station and then they'll catch up to some of the comments or just say, "Oh, hey, hi." But their moderator is handling the brunt of it, you know, and commenting to the people that are making comments, like about where I'm at and stuff. So once I know, I'll see what the weather's going to do because that would depend on if I could go on the Colorado National Monument or not. So, okay, well, Jimmy, I'm going to end it. So thank you. And Richie, thank you. And he wanted to stay till the end anyways. So you guys, I'll see you on the next one. I'll catch up with videos on both of you. Uh, and hopefully have some free time here. So I'm going to run up to the house before the rain hits because I see it coming. I can't even see across the valley now. And it's moving this way. So take care. And I'm going to say bye for now. Bye-bye. I haven't hung up yet. I was answering you, Jimmy. I see where you said you were going to get some snow. So hopefully we do. Colorado needs it. So bye, Richie. Bye, Jimmy. Take care.